Okay, hello and welcome to my third Apple and Milk and Tea video. In this one we're going to go over cooking the food. There's a couple of methods of cooking food that have been added here. The first one is this iron plate thing, which has two different modes. So the first mode we'll talk about, that's the one back there. You notice it's enclosed on three sides and it has a cover. That will make it oven mode. Anything that does not satisfy those conditions, it'll be plate mode. Obviously, they'll all need a heat source. It could be fire or lava. I actually prefer fire aesthetically, but it's kind of loud for these videos, so I've switched to lava for these. Lava does seem to be a little bit buggy. If you use fire, the plates will always be heated. If you use lava, a lot of times when you click on it, it'll give you the it needs a heat source message, and I'm not quite sure what that's all about. But here we go. Clams are actually unique in that you can put them either in the oven or on the hot plate and they will cook and form things. And there we go, we have our delicious clam plate. Oh, I've forgotten my things that I'm going to cook. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. So, beef and pork will need to be cooked on hot plates, and chicken needs to go in the oven. And once we have all those things, in the config file you can change it so that the cooking times can become random and so that food can burn if you want to do that. By default, neither of those options are enabled. They will just cook all at the same time, and you won't get the burnt food. Once you have them, you can eat them either with the chopsticks or, with the shift click method. When you get it, you'll get this suffocation effect. And if you eat another one, you will not put them on the ground like I just did. Oh dear. Let's try that again. One, and then I will eat this chicken plate. And you'll see I've taken 2 suffocations, so now I'm going to start taking damage. If I had eaten the third one, if I'd eaten all 3 together, I could take enough damage to die. There are teas and cocktails and things that will prevent suffocation if you want to do that, or you can just take the damage because it's kind of funny that you're eating so much that you're suffocating. I don't know. I'm amused. So those are the plates. You can find some different recipes that you can cook in there. The next item that's added is this clay pan, which you can cook over a heat source like fire or lava, or you can use a furnace as a heat source. And this furnace doesn't actually have to be in use. There's nothing in the furnace. There's nothing cooking in there. But if I take my washed rice and pop it in there, boom, and now I have some cooked rice. And to get that out, you'll need a bowl. And 1 pan of rice will make 1, 2, 3 boiled rice. So if you're using the grater, 3 wheat equals 3 rice. That's not so, that's fine. If you're using the food processor, you turn 1 wheat into 3 boiled rice. That's a pretty good deal. You'll need that later when you're using the brewing system, or you can just eat it. I think there might be some things that use boiled rice, but I think mostly they use washed rice in the recipes. There's also soups and things you can make in here, but the other fun thing you can make is the chocolate fondue. You could take different things and dip them in the fondue to make chocolate-covered things. So I've made a cereal bar and berry chocolate. If you have other mods that add berries, anything that or dictionaries to berry will work in this recipe. I think there's some other rices that'll work for the cereal chocolate bar. There's a ton of things that you can fondue. You can fondue bread and nuts and bananas and all kinds of things if you have the right mods. So that's pretty fun. You can now live off of chocolate in Minecraft, and it's pretty efficient. You'll make this ingredient called minced chocolate. You put that in the pan to make the fondue, and when you do, it has just a bunch of uses. I mean, I've been using this for days now, and it's still there, so I don't even know how many. Lots of uses. So that is pretty fun. And I know I did say I wouldn't go over recipes, but I do want to show you one, because this is a little multi-step thing that's pretty useful. So you got your rotten flesh, which is pretty useless in Minecraft. But you can take it and cook it on these hot plates. Turn it into leather. And once you have the leather, could use that, or you could turn it into animal glue, which has a few recipes of its own, and I think it replaces a slime ball in any recipe. There may be some that it won't work in, but pretty much you can use it instead of a slime ball in any recipe, and in case you have one that it won't work in, there you go. You can cook it in the oven and turn it into a slime ball. So you can now turn useless zombie flesh into useful slime balls, which is a good recipe to have. So in our fourth and final video, we will talk about the incense and liquor systems.